Hey, Nomi homies. It's Alan here at Gnomewood Farm, and I have my book, What is Biodynamic Agriculture by Herbert Kopp. And last time we painted a picture of natural landscapes, and then here is the sort of other side of that. Cultivated landscapes present a different picture. Here, productive species are grown in pure stands, rarely in mixed culture. Managed meadows and fields give higher yields but contain a narrower range of species than do natural stands. Of course, managed land supports many times the number of animals, supplies more fodder, and produces more manure than does a natural system. Here are some benefits. Left to itself, plow and spade promote the aeration of the soil, and breakdown of organic matter is thereby accelerated. The cycles to which substances are subject run their course more quickly and are exposed to more losses. In other words, the soil is depleting quicker because it's providing quicker and more intensely. Natural animal habitats shrink in size. These are some of the conditions under which the high yields of food and fodder are achieved on cultivated soils, while the yield from areas left in a state of nature is comparatively small. However, many-sidedness, I like that. I'm going to use that word today in some other way. Many-sidedness of living communities and maximally closed systems are characteristics to be desired for cultivated areas as well. If there are to remain lastingly fertile and healthy, because otherwise we have to supplement and input, because really whatever is there when we found it, which is however many, hundreds of years ago, is already gone and is not in a state of replenishment. Specialized vegetable or grain growing with no or only slight crop rotations, huge animal herds, and so on mean, with the present day demand for high yields, the introduction of large amounts of chemical fertilizers, toxic compounds to control pests, expensive feed concentrates, antibiotics, and hormones. Intensification and high yields can be achieved, however, without relying on specialization and the use of objectionable supportive measures. Biological management also represents an intensive use of a given area. Here too, high yields are obtained, but by other means. The biologically managed garden or farm enterprise relies on a many-sided cropping system. In other words, not just corn, not just wheat, not just cattle. Nitrogen-enriching legumes, other humus-encouraging plants, and the use of intercropping and green manuring all raise the yields of cereals and row crops. Animal populations are geared to what the land itself can support in a regenerative system. Feed is largely produced on the farm, and feeding aims at maintaining health and performance. Care of the land, including the planting of hay crops, manure handling, composting, companion planting in the garden, herb raising, careful soil cultivation, unobjectable protective measures chosen on the basis of an integrated plan of plant protection, and many other measures belong to the biologically managed system. Biological management means reconciling the life conditions of a healthy, enduring, producing system with economic necessities and with the skills and interests of the farmer or gardener. And that's an interesting aspect there. The idea of bringing your own self, your own ego, or in some case, a measure of spirit to the farming itself. Not to say farmers everywhere don't love their jobs, but the interests of the farmer, the skills and interests of the farmer or gardener is brought into that and becomes part of it. There will always be conflicts between biological and economic goals. If the life of the earth and of future generations is to be provided for, the task must be carried out with an eye to the totality of nature's growth. In biodynamic agriculture, the farm as organism is the form of organization which does justice to these points of view. I hope you guys are having a great week. I would love to discuss, this sort of contrast between the way nature farms and the way people have tended to farm in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time.